If tomorrow you lost your job, your savings, and the routine that keeps you sane, what would you do? Pause for a second and do one practical thing right now. Open your phone, create a note with 3 columns titled Control, Influence, Accept. Write one worry under each column. If you did that, you're already practicing the first Stoic shift I'll teach you. If you didn't, do it before I continue. This video is designed around actions, not abstractions. Most of us live the same loop: long commute, email pileup, rush dinners, and nights that slip into scrolling. It's in that gap between stimulus and response where Stoicism works. Today, I'll give you 5 Stoic shifts, each with a tiny practice you can use tonight. These aren't philosophical lectures, they're tactical moves to stop being hijacked by stress. First shift: know what you control. Epictetus was born a slave and saw daily how little outsiders could control his body or status. He learned to command his inner life. The 3-column note you just made is the exact tool he would approve. Step 1. Look at your control column and pick one small action you can do tomorrow. Send one email, update one resume line, call one person. Do that, and you transform anxious energy into focused effort. Second shift: name the feeling before you act. Powerful emotions last about 10 seconds before they cascade. Use this simple script when you feel triggered. Breathe in 4 seconds, breathe out 6. Say to yourself, "I am feeling angry," or "I am feeling afraid." Count quietly to 10 before typing or replying. Saying the emotion takes its power away. Say it out loud once: "I am feeling angry." Now breathe in 4, out 6, count to 10. That tiny ritual creates space where choice can happen.
Third shift: premeditate misfortune so it stops surprising you. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor who kept a notebook now called Meditations, would rehearse hardship so it didn't break him when it arrived. Try a short premeditation tonight. Close your eyes for 2 minutes and imagine one reasonable setback: a botched presentation, a missed paycheck, an argument. Picture it, then list 3 practical responses you could take. When the setback arrives, you won't be in panic mode, you'll be in problem-solving mode. Fourth shift: remember your limits and your time. Seneca wrote letters telling his students to treat time like currency. He reminded them that life is short, not to make them despair, but to sharpen their choices. Before bed, write one sentence: "Tonight, I will not waste time on," and name one habit you'll change tomorrow. Make it simple and measurable. "I will not check work email after 8 p.m. Small commitments like this compound into real freedom. Fifth shift: practice gratitude and a micro-virtue challenge. Admiral James Stockdale survived years as a prisoner of war by facing brutal reality and keeping a disciplined inner routine. He combined acceptance of harsh facts with a stubborn belief he'd survive. For us, do a nightly gratitude check. Write 3 small things you were thankful for today, and pair it with a micro-virtue. Pick one tiny action to practice for 7 days. It could be pause before replying, one honest compliment to my partner, or no screens for 30 minutes after dinner. Track it with a check mark. The streak matters more than perfection. If any of this is landing for you, try one practice tonight, and then tell me in the comments with one word. Pause if you used the 10-second rule, control if you made the 3-column note, or grateful if you began the nightly gratitude. Saying one word publicly makes you more likely to follow through, and it builds the kind of accountability Stoics understood intuitively. These 5 moves are not theoretical. They are visible habits you can implement immediately. Make a control list, speak the feeling, Rehearse the worst, set a time boundary, and run a 7-day micro-virtue streak. They are short, repeatable, and designed to fit into a crowded life. You won't become unshakable overnight, but by doing them daily, you create a mind that resists the small storms and grows through the big ones. A quick modern example. Imagine a 42-year-old engineer who lost his job. Instead of spiraling, he spent an evening making a 3-column plan, picking one action from control, updating his portfolio, and committing to a micro-virtue, no doom scrolling after dinner. Within a few weeks, he had interviews and felt less overwhelmed because his energy targeted actions, not rumination. That pivot is not luck, it's practice. I want to be clear on how to use these tools in context. When an email enrages you, do the naming and the 10-second pause before you reply. When a project fails, do the pre-mortem exercise first thing in the morning and choose the tiniest corrective step. When you feel time slipping, write one sentence about what you'll stop doing and honor that boundary for 24 hours. These are not abstract ideals, they're muscle memory for calm. If this helped you, hit like so I know to make tight guided routines you can follow on your commute. Subscribe if you want a short video each week that drills one Stoic habit into your day. I'm putting together a downloadable one-page checklist that walks you through the 5 shifts and a 7-day challenge. Subscribe to get it. Share this with someone who needs a practical way to steady themselves. Doing this together increases accountability. To close, Epictetus taught that freedom begins in the mind. Marcus showed how a leader can be both tested and tempered by hardship. Seneca urged us to treat time as the most precious resource. And Stockdale proved that disciplined thought can carry you through extreme suffering. Practice these 5 shifts as rituals, not slogans. Start tonight with one small action. Keep it for 7 days and see how your inner life starts to rearrange itself. If you try it, comment with that one word and tell me which shift you began. We'll rebuild steadiness one tiny habit at a time.